Hey guys, thanks for tuning into this video. We don't know exactly where these videos will go, what the journey will be, but if you don't know us and you're watching this on YouTube, my name's Eric Kiltow.
I'm Maria Kiltow.
I'm Kourtney.
And Kourtney Kiltow. And this is going to be a video series kind of about the journey that we're taking right now. And Kourtney is our 13-year-old daughter, and she was recently diagnosed with ALCL. It's okay. What is it? Do you remember what it is?
Anaplastic Large Cell Lymphoma.
Right. ALK positive. So we're going to try to be pretty real about this. As you can see, I already got a little choked up, and that's fine. But there's going to be highs. There's probably going to be some lows, and we just want to share with you so that Kourtney, when she was looking on YouTube trying to find out information about lymphoma and pediatrics with lymphoma, there wasn't a lot for her. And so she thought this would be cool to put some videos out. And if those
It's also the number one question everyone keeps asking us is like, how did you know your daughter had cancer?
Right. And so that's how we're going to start this all off, is how did we know Kourtney had cancer? And do you want me to start?
Yes.
Okay. So we kind of take it back all the way to August. What's that?
Very far back.
Very far back. Currently it's almost Christmas. You can see our Christmas tree and everything.
All the decorations.
And so around August, for those of you that don't know the story, Kourtney was babysitting, had some really bad hip pain one night. And she was babysitting and called us up and in a lot of tears. And people who know Kourtney, that's not really her. She's a pretty tough cookie. And I remember running up there that night. We were down the street, and we took her to the emergency room. And the pain kind of went away, and we didn't think to...
Well, they did blood tests. They
Yep.
did ultrasound.
I got it, Kourtney.
Okay.
X-ray that night and told us everything was fine, more than likely just growing pains. So we went home and continued life as normal.
Well, and we had a follow-up with her primary care physician about a week later or so, and we got in with that. And in that time, so Kourtney had already started school. She's in 8th grade.
Yeah.
How was 8th grade?
It was good before I left school.
So she had just started a couple days of school. And then that first full week of school, looking back, it's like, oh man, this was a red flag, but we didn't know. Kourtney missed almost that whole first week of school. She was throwing up, wasn't feeling good, but we attributed it to
Back to school bug.
back to school bug. Just a kind of a crazy, happen chance that it happened that week. So we were just like, oh, this is just what happens every year. Send your kids back to school, they get the sickness everybody else had. And then we did a follow-up with our primary that week, and we had said, the pain had gone away, but they didn't do any imaging. So can you do imaging of the right hip and some x-rays? And so they did. And we were under the impression that x-rays would catch cancer. Now we know that x-rays aren't going to catch all cancers. The lymphomas are soft tumors and most likely will never show up on an x-ray. Not knowing that at the time, though, x-ray looked good, blood labs looked good, pain went away, Kourtney's feeling pretty good, volleyball season had started, and the team was doing great, Kourtney was playing well, and now it's about October.
I was feeling perfectly normal again.
Yep, she was feeling good, and she started having right rib pain. We're like, well, that's weird, and gosh, Kourtney, did you hit the ball? It was on her right hand side, and no. And so we take her to the urgent care. Urgent care so this went on for weeks, and urgent care says, no, don't see anything. Actually referred us out to a sports medicine doctor, thought it was musculoskeletal.
We went to the ER too.
Well, and then we ended up going to the ER as well. So it was about a week later, or was the ER before that?
ER was before urgent care.
Okay, ER before urgent care. So she comes in one night again in pain, and we take her to the ER again, and they did imaging. They did imaging of her ribs and everything like that. Blood work, I actually asked them, can you do every other blood test you can think of? All the labs came back looking great. Nothing found. And we're like, man, what's going on? They're saying musculoskeletal. She's been on ibuprofen and
Tylenol.
acetaminophen every 4 hours for pain. Then we do the urgent care, same thing, refer us out to a sports medicine doctor. And then we had an appointment with her primary care.
Yeah.
And they said, make sure and keep that. So we did. And it was about 2 weeks now. Now volleyball's over, and we go to our appointment with the primary care, and volleyball's been over, and Kourtney's pain isn't getting any better. And so it's one of those things of a healthy 13-year-old girl should be getting better. So we said, what's the next step? We're at the point of, is it suck it up, buttercup, or something else is going on? She agreed, and she ordered a CT scan. And Marie took Kourtney, and I was at work that day. And she called and she said, tomorrow you guys need to get CL Children's. We think she has cancer. And for the next 2 weeks, it was a bit of a whirlwind. We were just kind of thrown into tests. Mm-hmm. Kourtney, this poor little girl, went through back biopsies. So at first they thought it was a bone tumor. Then they realized it wasn't. Then it goes to lymphoma. And after that, they found it was the Anaplastic Large Cell Lymphoma, ALCL ALK positive. And it's a rare form. I think only a couple hundred cases a year. And so in that time, that was kind of finding out. I guess we can stop there on this video. And then we can talk about what the next steps were on another video as far as kind of what Kourtney had to go through. Mm-hmm. All the tests and that sort of thing. But I think really to start off this series, not knowing where we'll go or the journey, how long it will take. Hopefully it's just the first round of treatment.
Hopefully it's the only round of treatment.
Exactly. Exactly. But it's to let you know, anybody out there watching this, advocate for your kids. We were told by some doctors that x-rays could catch this, or that would catch cancers. I guess what we didn't realize was it's not going to catch the soft tumors, which this is. If something's wrong with your kid, and we'd gone along too, everybody, our doctor friends had said, you guys stayed on top of it, you didn't stop. Advocate, maybe push for that CT a little sooner. Like Kourtney said, maybe she wouldn't have to be having the port in summertime next year.
Yeah, because you can't swim in oceans and lakes with it.
Yep.
And we live right next to Puget Sound.
Yeah. So just think about that is push for those extra tests. You're not going to piss anybody off, and if you do, they're not the right person anyway. But I guess to end for this video, I just want to say thank you to everyone for all the love and support so far. It's meant a lot to us, and it's helped us get through, I think, some of the hard times so far. And there's going to be hard days coming ahead, and it's not all roses, but we're going to get through it. And thanks to everybody. If you're watching this on YouTube, feel free to subscribe, and you'll get notifications. And till then, we'll see you guys on the next one, and we'll talk about what the first steps were before chemo. Anything else?
Nope.
Thank you.